All right, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. It's Sam here with GSK Wealth Builders, and today I just wanted to give you an update. It's been a crazy week in crypto. It's been a crazy year, actually, in crypto. There's been a lot going on. Obviously, it's the bear market, and yeah, I just wanted to bring some updates because today is probably one of the biggest days in history for crypto exchanges. Now, obviously, there's been a lot of exchanges that have gone under, starting with, back in the day, Mt. Gox. Then you had Quadriga, Bitfinex, and many other exchanges have gone down. But none of them, none of them with this level of volume. Hold up. None of them with this level of volume and support. So let's dive into it. FTX exchange. A lot has happened this week. First, they started off with, they reached out to Binance for help because they needed money. Binance said they would be able to buy them and help them out. Once they looked at their books, they realized that's not a good choice. They're too far gone. So Binance decided not to help them out. And here we are. So FTX, I just wanted to show this because if you look, September 27th, 2022, FTX was the one helping out a crypto exchange, right? So they acquired on 27 September, after the acquisition of BlockFi this year, crypto exchange giant FTX US has come to the rescue of yet another crypto platform hit with insolvency. So they helped BlockFi out, and then they bid for Voyager Exchange. So Voyager was sold to FTX for $1.4 billion. So if they're buying companies left, right, and center for $1.4 billion, you would think that they would be, in their own, you'd think they would be fine financially. But obviously that wasn't the case, right? So, come to find out, that FTX is bankrupt today. So I just wanted to show that because, this is only a couple months ago that this happened. Okay, so next, we'll just go to Twitter. There's quite a few people talking about it on Twitter. Some of them have inside information. Some of the information is good. Some of the information is made up. You don't know, right? But, a lot of people have just given some insight on what actually happened. So this person here, Mark Moss, student of history, sound money advocate. This is a, Bitcoin maximalist, I'm thinking. So he's saying, if you want to know the end game for today's sovereign debt crisis looks like, the FTX drama over the past 48 years serves as a good blueprint of what to expect next. Time for a thread on why central banks are about to embark on the FTX solvency playbook. So he's kind of trying to relate crypto maybe to real life. I'm not sure. So this picture here, it's the Fortune magazine cover curse. Once things are on the cover of Fortune magazine or Time magazine, sometimes they usually go down, right? So about Sam Bankman-Fried. So Sam Bankman-Fried is, I would say, the darling of Silicon Valley. Everyone liked him. Everyone wanted to, be next to him. Everyone wanted to do business with him. That was in the VC firm. He was, he branded himself very well. He had a lot of campaigns promoting himself. Just one second. He had a lot of campaigns promoting himself. And through these campaigns, he was able to win, the hearts and minds of these investors. And yeah, what I mean by that is Sam Bankman-Fried, he would always brand himself as, a vegan, a really nice guy, which, he might still be a nice guy, just not good at business, but a vegan, a really nice guy, and also the billionaire that gives away the most money. He was always, advertising that he gives the most money away out of all of the billionaires, and then of course he happened to be, a crypto billionaire, which was new money. So that kind of brought a lot of attention to him seeing a young guy worth, at the time, I think it was $16 billion, just give his money away left, right, and center. He also donated to, a lot of political causes on both sides. So here it's saying he took the world by storm, becoming one of the youngest billionaires in the world, growing FTX exchange from 0 to 30 billion in market cap in a space of 3 years. But where did it all go wrong? So it started 2 weeks ago on October 25th. FTX attempted to raise $1 billion at a $33 billion valuation, apparently sitting on $2 billion cash at the time. Interesting, 2 weeks later, a report got leaked exposing some of the dark secrets about FTX's balance sheet. So let's see. Division in Sam Bankman-Fried's crypto blur hitting on his trading titan Alamda's balance sheet. So basically, he had a company that had a business. FTX was the business. But then he had a hedge fund called Alameda Research. And those two were supposed to be separate entities. Obviously, there was some people and staff overlapping. And what happened was he was taking money from the exchange to give to Alameda. And then, of course, if they don't make money, you're in trouble. So Alameda was shown to be owning more than 60% of FTT token. This is where CZ pounced on the opportunity and announced his plan to dump 500 million worth of FTT. So FTT token was the coin that FTX exchange gave out to its investors and its early investors, and owning that token as a user enabled you to get lower fees and also participate in dividends in the form of coin buybacks. So they would buy and burn the coin on a weekly or monthly basis. So in theory, with the profits, you're getting more and more equity share. However, it didn't matter. So Alameda is showing to own, obviously that. And then now you see here, so the coin was about $26 in July. $26, $38 billion market cap, and then overnight a 96% drop in price, right? So to like a $1 billion market cap. Okay, so just like fiat currencies, the only value that was ascribed to FTX was faith. So obviously, yeah, it was just faith. People lost faith and the coin dropped. So when faith was lost, he attempted to artificially prop up the value of FTT. He attempted to hold the price above the 22 level by selling enormous amounts of the reserves in order to be the buyer of the FTT token. So basically, this guy started doing a buyback of the token in order to, to hold the price up. Didn't work. As the sole market maker, it just didn't work for him. So everyone's dumping FTT. Obviously, everyone's dumping all crypto. And so, yeah, that's just a little bit of background. So really what happened, they had a big investor, Binance, right? He was one of the early investors. He was warning Sam Bankman-Fried about the shenanigans that he was, doing involved in trading, right? Now, he kind of, as he's giving away money, but as a trader, he's a very shrewd person. He doesn't care how they make or take money. If that involves bankrupting another company, they'll do it. It's all for them. It's just fun and games. It's just math. They're not very emotional about it. They don't see it as people. They just see it as numbers on the board. And, you have to have some sort of empathy. You have to have relationships. You have to maintain relationships in business. He didn't really do that, right? So, Binance, being a big holder of the FTT token, they decided to sell their token. And also, they announced that they were selling their token. A lot of people follow CZ from Binance because he's one of the only founders and the only exchanges that every time they're hacked, everyone is safe so far, right? So here's the notice. Today I filed FTX US, and Alameda for voluntary Chapter 11 proceedings in the US. He's saying, I'm really sorry that we ended up here. Okay, we. So he's saying we. This doesn't necessarily mean the end of the companies. Now he's saying that, but he quit. He's no longer the CEO. So I'm going to piece together, I'm going to work on giving clarity on where things are in terms of the recovery. ASAP, I'm piecing together all the details, but I was shocked to see things unraveled the way they did this week. Now, you have the White House commenting.
Without proper oversight, cryptocurrencies, it risks harming everyday Americans. So this is something that clearly we monitor and that we see as an important issue. But the most recent news further underscores these concerns and highlights why prudent regulation of cryptocurrencies is indeed needed. The White House, along with the relevant agencies, will again closely monitor the situation as it develops. Without
So this is a guy in the Bahamas.
At the FTX headquarters in Bahamas, catching up with some employees who were recently laid off. Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
Rahul. Rahul Ligma.
And what just happened, Rahul?
I mean, it's really tough. This is my second job in a month, and Web 2 chewed me up, spit me out, and I just really thought Web 3 was going to be different. I've been my first job out of Twitter, and first month here, just moved my husband and wife out to the Bahamas, and everything just changed so quickly. And I really do respect SBF, and he really tried to maximize his altruism. We had like Hillary and Bill helping out, and but decentralization, it's about a public protocol, not one guy owning all of crypto. And so things are moving fast and open to new opportunities. Heard this Justin Tron guy is saving the day, might be a solid guy, so maybe there's something we can do there. But just keeping my hopes up and looking for the best for the future.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ligma.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so this is a guy packing up. There's people moving to the Bahamas because that's where he is. So the issue is the U.S. is going to want to regulate crypto. But FTX, the original company that went out of business, is based in the Bahamas. And when you are based in the Bahamas, you're not subject to U.S. regulation. They could try to extradite him for criminal charges if they wanted to, because Bahamas will extradite people, but I don't know about financial things, right? So, are you holding SBF responsible, or is him saying sorry okay? I don't know. Maybe leave a comment below if you think SBF saying sorry, I messed up, I admit it, it's my bad. Is that enough? Or should they charge him because he has apparently no money? So should they charge him criminally? Should he go to jail? I don't know. But the biggest thing that I saw in the comments is BlockFi. BlockFi, their exposure to FTX is huge, so they're not able to operate business as usual. People say Crypto.com was a big investor of FTX or a big partner with FTX because they had an exchange with them. So this could be another issue for Crypto.com. There are other exchanges. It's really hard to know. It's going to take a week or so to see how many exchanges are affected by this. But obviously, we have a saying, not your keys, not your coin. If you have coins on exchange, it's probably good to take all your coins off the exchange and put them on a wallet. Why would you risk your money? So, Celsius locked out people's money. You got to keep, get your money off the exchanges. Basically, that's all I'm saying. It's not financial advice. It's just my, opinion on things. I'm not an expert in finance. I'm passionate for finance. So yeah, BlockFi is saying that they can't operate because FTX, destroyed them. I don't know what that one is. Okay, so this is just FTX's Twitter, so I just wanted to see what they're posting there. So obviously they had the press release 3 hours ago about their bankruptcy. They had 130 additional affiliated companies. It's actually ridiculous how many companies they had affiliated to FTX. Ledger. Nothing really. So withdrawals. So withdrawals for FTX were actually only for people in the Bahamas. For some reason, obviously FTX is in the Bahamas. They're going to protect their people first. So if you wanted to withdraw from FTX, there were only Bahamas people allowed to withdraw, and it caused, I don't know if I have it, but it caused a unusual NFT buying spree where people were buying NFTs for like $1, and then say a Bahamian person buys an NFT for $1, and then someone else would say, "Hey, can you do the withdrawal using your account?" And they would, buy the NFT for 600 and something thousand dollars, and then the Bahamian person would go and withdraw the money, and they'd share the money. Very interesting how NFTs are being used as trading platforms. Now the weird thing is, FTX US was not financially impacted by this. He says November 10th, that was yesterday. He's 100% liquid. Every user could fully withdraw. But today they're part of the bankruptcy. So hopefully people with FTX US can withdraw their money. But SBF is saying one thing. Next day, another thing is happening. And the internet is undefeated. There's so many memes and videos catching him in the act, but what can you do? He apologized sincerely. What can you do? Built for traders by traders. There's someone posting, if FTX is 100% liquid, why am I getting this message? Only fiat withdrawals are allowed. Bitcoin is down. Yeah, this is very interesting. It's very interesting. And it's sad too. Good opportunity for Richard Hart, Des? Yes and no. I mean, obviously they want to regulate. You just saw that video where they want to regulate the US more. Obviously he doesn't live in the US, but if you have US customers, the Americans can touch you. They're looking for 𝙏𝙗𝙖𝙣 𝙠𝙗𝙗. They might even be looking for CZ. They might be looking for SBF. It doesn't really matter where in the world you are, unless you're in a non-extradition country. If they want you, they're usually going to try and find you. So, there's some FUD here about BUSD. Now, what does CZ say about this? He says, FTX aside, avoid business exchanges and projects that are not profitable. They survive by selling their own token. They have high incentives for locking your tokens. That's interesting. They have a large total supply, but only a small circulating supply. Or that involve loans. So one thing exchanges are doing now, they're publishing their wallets. They want to be transparent and kind of stop the slaughter of their coin. So Binance here is published. We have 475,000 Bitcoins, 4.8 million ETH, 17 billion USDT, 26 billion BUSD, 106 million USDC, and 58 million BNB. People, not your keys, not your coins. Like Binance has been trustworthy, but that's insane that they are holding, 475,000 Bitcoins. It doesn't make any sense. TFM, is he going to give up his billions for the people that lost all their money. Here's the thing about SBF. He's not transparent at all. His tradings and holdings are very secretive. What he owns and what he doesn't own is very secretive. He's left country to country. He was in, I don't know if he was in China, but he was in Singapore for sure. Left Singapore, then they were in another place, maybe Gibraltar. They left Gibraltar. Then I don't know if they're in Gibraltar. Don't quote me on that. And then they're in Bahamas. Bahamas has seized them, and they're trying to do right by their citizens. But everyone else, I don't know. And then, so his billions, right? He had 16 billion net worth. Apparently now, according to some, news websites, and the billionaire list is like he has $0. That's not possible, because if he had $16 billion and it was all FTX coin, he probably bought things, cars, houses, investments. So an article came out saying that he invested 500 million in Sequoia. Now Sequoia invested 320 million in him. Sequoia's investment is gone. So what are they going to do? Are they going to take his money? I don't know. So SEQOIA, I think. Let's type Sequoia. See what pops up. How was FTX not profitable? It had a huge user base. This seems planned. FTX was profitable. So what happened? So let's see. You see this? Sequoia invests 213 million in FTX, driving its valuation to 32 billion. SBF cashes out, steals clients' funds, invests 500 million in Sequoia. So in theory, if he has $0, he still has 500 million in Sequoia. Whose money is that? Right now, this could be fake. This could not be true, but they're saying, dear limited partner, we are reaching out to share an update on our investment in FTX. In the recent days, the liquidity crunch has provided insolvency risks. So, Sequoia's capital was not limited to FTX. We own FTX.com, FTX US. FTX is not a top 10 position though. So they have $150 million loss, but they're saying that they have a $7.5 billion unrealized gain in their fund. So basically they're saying like we lost all our money, but the fund is making money. Now, yeah, so back to the question. Look at the funds, look at the backers, right? So you have Sequoia, 200 million, Temasek, 205 million, Paradigm, 215 million, Ontario Teachers Pension Fund, 80 million. Unbelievable. You're losing teachers' money. Now, what happened was I think FTX was profitable, but they have Alameda Research. So Alameda Research is just a hedge fund, and all they do is, they just find random coins, right? They find a random coin that they think is good. Oh, we'll give you 200K. We want 20% of your coins. Oh, we'll give you $1 million. We want whatever of your coins. Now, 95% of coins are scams. So they're just getting wrecked. They're getting wrecked. In the bull run, I'm sure all these coins were 100xing, 200xing. But now all of their investments are wrecked. And when you're a VC investor, usually you got to hold for a certain period of time. Like you want a VC investor to hold for maybe 2 years, 3 years to show that they're a long-term investor. So now if all their coins are going to zero, it was a loan. So it's no different than putting your money in Celsius or whatever and then taking a loan at 80%. But if your money value goes down, you need to pay back the money. So the hedge fund was the one that went bankrupt, causing FTX, to just fall apart. So yes, is he going to give his money? Doubt it. No one ever does. Should he go to jail though? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Now, this is a very interesting thing that I saw. So this is about when Sequoia gave SBF like the $300 million or the $150 million. So this is like a meeting. Imagine you have SBF. He's this, like I said, he's branded himself as this genius. I don't know why they always mention he was vegan nerd that gives back money. That's, amazing at math. So these guys are thinking this guy's a genius. So they go to the meeting. I guess it was online, right? So he's saying, I want FTX to be the place where you can do anything you want with your next dollar. You can buy Bitcoin. You can send money in whatever currency to any friend anywhere in the world. You can buy a banana. You can do anything you want with your money from inside FTX. So imagine being a VC investor in Silicon Valley. People are pitching you Square. They're pitching you the Uber of this, the Uber of that, another Skip the Dishes app, another biking app. This guy's coming in saying all of these things, right? And then suddenly in the chat window, Sequoia's Zoom, a partner freaking out. I love this founder. Type 1 partner. I'm a 10 out of 10, pinged another. Yes, claimed a third. What Sequoia was reacting was SBF's vision. It wasn't a story about how we might use fintech in the future or crypto or a new kind of bank. It was just a vision of the future of money, with the total addressable market being every person on the entire planet. I sit 10 feet from him, and I walked over thinking, oh shit, that was really good, remembers Aura. And it turns out this guy was playing League of Legends through the entire meeting. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. And then someone here says, to be clear, this is not a parody. This is from a real article on Sequoia's website. Okay. Let's see. Dez 100% jail. Did you see the stream where he was on with Martin Shkreli, and Martin Shkreli was telling him, hey, jail's not that bad. And then he just exited the chat. So, Buddy was saying this is not a parody. Send a link. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. So, anyways, imagine if this is true. The guy was just playing video games while he's raising money, just gaming, telling them what, and then they gave him millions of dollars. So here's another part of it, I guess. So we were incredibly impressed. Bale, he says. I'm not sure who Bale he is, but I'm guessing he works for Sequoia. It was one of those hair blown back type of meetings. Not only that, Aurora says, but the League of Legends is kind of a multiplayer online battle video game where every 4 minutes, tactical maneuvering. So he's playing League of Legends, killing people all day long, meanwhile raising money at the same time. So he was watching over his shoulder. And that round raised $1 billion. After they called it the meme round, raised $420 million. Like he was just a money raising machine, and now he's a money losing machine. So, it's unfortunate because obviously every government in the world is going to say, listen, if this guy was teaching us about crypto, you had the CEO of Coinbase, you had SBF and some other people. So if this guy's teaching us about crypto and he just goes bankrupt in a day, I mean, can we listen to any of these guys? The answer is definitely no, right? And this is, this picture here, this is him testifying to, Congress or something like that, lawmakers, about the transparency of crypto.
Last thing that I'll say is if you look at what precipitated some of the 2008 financial crisis, you saw a number of bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions happening between financial counterparties, which then got repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again, such that no one knew how much risk was in that system until it all fell apart. If you compare that to what happens on FTX or other major cryptocurrency venues today, there's complete transparency about the full open interest. There's complete transparency about the positions that are held. There's a robust, consistent risk framework applied, and we're excited to work with the CFTC on our U.S. licensed and regulated venue to bring a lot of this. Last thing that I'll say is if you look at what precipitated.
So basically, he said, you guys messed up in banks. We can't mess this up in crypto because it's all transparent. And then what does he do? Messes it up. What date was that? December 8, 2021. So 11 months later, you're bankrupt. That's crazy. So this is, the losses. But where did that money go? Where did it get transferred to? $16 billion. Now your net worth is zero? Who put out that article? Is he calling people and telling them my net worth is zero? That's really weird to just have that in a day. Bloomberg. Now Sam Bankman-Fried. Bloomberg. Yeah, I don't know. But CZ's saying, cascading effects are going to happen. So he's warning that, there's going to be a domino effect in the coming weeks. Which is very accurate. So you didn't see the video of SBF jail. Let's see. See if we can find it.
What are the currencies to watch? Like Bitcoin's had a boom, Ethereum's.
Yeah, I don't know if I can find it. Martin, SHKRELLI. Here it is. So you have Do Kwon. This is a crazy chat. You have Do Kwon. It looks like Tom Brady. SBF. Not sure who this guy is. Not sure who this guy is. Not sure who this guy is. Right? They're all in a group stream? Group chat?
I just wanted to let you know, jail's not that bad. It sucks, but it's not the worst thing ever. So don't fret if that. I hope it doesn't happen, but if it does happen, it's not that bad.
Good to know.
Then he leaves. Watch.
Sam.
I just wanted to let you know, jail's not that bad. It's
So, yeah, I mean, he's scared. I'm sure he's scared. But that's about all I have for this. So, thanks a lot. Hopefully this, the next coming weeks or the next coming months come better. We're still waiting for some other coins to launch. I think you guys know what that is. The SEC. The SEC could stop the launches of these coins. It's tough. So, hang in there. This is all we can do is be patient, wait, stack your coins, keep your coins off the exchanges as much as possible, and, just do your thing. Don't panic. If you're holding quality coins, they're going to go up, they're going to go down. Volatility is the price that you pay for the highest appreciating assets. So you need to find the good assets that hold value. Volatility is always going to be there. Keep your keys safe, keep your coins safe. So that's all I got for now, but type in the chat any questions you have, any other videos that you want me to do. And yeah, just let me know what you're thinking. Thanks.